Yo, bro, today we're going to talk about why productivity causes happiness. So, this will seem like a stupid concept at first, but by the end of this video, I hope to change your perspective on life of how you will feel happy and good about yourself every day. How you can link your self esteem to something tangible like your input of work, on things that you care about, not on random things that are like, oh yeah, studying and this, oh, my parents are forcing me, on things that you want to do to then lead to happiness. So, you have goals. I would hope everyone does. Your ambition levels may differ. So, you are down here, in life. That may be with money, that may be with fitness, it may be with any metric that you compare yourself to others. So, you are here, and then you look at social media and you notice, oh, someone's up there. Oh, someone has a lot better of a physique than me. Someone has three girlfriends and I have zero. Someone is making 10K a month. I'm making $20 a month or whatever that may be, right? So you have goals. There's a difference between your real self and your ideal self or life, because as soon as you notice that other people have something better than you, your perspective of the ideal life transforms. The first time you saw someone with like a physique that you thought was really attractive, and then you realize, oh, that guy gets like all the attractive girls and I want the attractive girls. Your ideal self now shifted from being like down here, or you are here per se, and your ideal self's a little bit better. Oh, I want to run faster in school. Now goes up here. Now you want to have like a 10 out of 10 physique. You want to have all the money and stuff like that. So there's a difference between your real self and your ideal life slash self. This is also like a really common concept in psychology. Like, I'm not pulling this out of nowhere. In psychotherapy, one of the main aims is to go from ideal self and bridge the gap between them. Whether that can be through self improvement work, like improving your mental health, for example, or helping you get a better job, or helping you fix your relationships, or it will be to realize, oh, these people don't have everything. Let's realize that I can get to here, and that's what will make you happy. For this video, I'm not going to focus on things like that. I'm simply going to focus on the fact that achievement will make you happy. And that's not in a materialistic type of way, that's in a way of you feel proud of yourself, you put effort into something, and you reap the rewards. You realize that you didn't want to be a loser anymore, so you worked hard, and now you aren't a loser. You're admired socially, you get the respect you want, you get the goals you want, you get the respect from your parents that you want. All of these things are not vain. These are the things that truly will change the fabric of your everyday existence. So these are very, very important. Now, every little side note, all the points here may be different. You may not care about your physique, you may care about being the best physicist on earth. I don't care. The focus here is literally you have your goals, I have mine, and I'm going to try to show you my best motivation mindset method, but no, not in that cringe method. Truly a way that will shift your perspective in a way where you can focus on things that you will work and you will be happy doing it. So, not working makes you feel even more. So once you have the goals, so let's go back to this because this is the most important part. You're here, your ideal self is here. Okay, well, over time, this festers. So it was a cool idea at first, but then you realize, oh, I'm only making 2K a month, I'm barely scraping by, I'm on minimum wage. There's guys out there making 20K a month. And the longer this goes on for, the further the divide of, wait a second, life there is so much better. I don't have all this struggle. Oh, my car broke down and I can't just buy a new one. Oh, because I'm not making money. Oh, I have to go to this dead end job because I'm not making the money. I could just go traveling instead. Oh, all my friends are going on 3 holidays this summer. I'm not going on any. Wait a second. If I was making 20K a month, I could do this. So, not working to achieve your goals, because obviously that's how you will achieve your goals, right? Will make you feel even worse. The gap between your wants slash goals, right, and haves, your current self, will continue to grow. So that's something very important to remember. So back to my previous point, productive is the only floating ship. So the only thing that will get you between you and your ideal self is work. Whether that work is on fitness, whether that work is on your finances, whether that work is on your relationship, whether that work is on your social skills, on your career, on the passion you really like, on swapping your job and going to a field that is very meaningful to you. It doesn't matter. We all have our own individual goals and things that will make us happy. But fundamentally, the only way that you will achieve anything is through being productive in it. That productivity can obviously take 1,000,001 forms. So, for example, if I want to have a 10 out of 10 physique, for me to achieve that, I can work out, I can do cardio, I can eat clean, I can speak to a professional trainer, I can watch YouTube videos on it. There's 1,000,001 different avenues, but to go to, say there's a city here and a city here, there's probably 20 different roads and directions I could take to reach the other city, but for me to get from here to here, I still need to move. If your ideal self is there and you are here, the only thing that's going to shoot you up to there is work. Sure, you could just lower your expectations of life and bring it here, but that's still work. That's still, is changing your perspective. That's realizing this is not as important. But as I said, the focus of this video is going from here to here, because I feel like realizing that this isn't as good as bringing it back to this level is truly disappointing and something that can really harm your mental health, in my opinion, because if you believe that there's something so much better out there, there can be a relationship that's, incredible, fully trusting, fully loving, you can have kids and you can fully trust each other, and then you realize that everyone around you is scared. Sure, you don't have work to do anymore, but that's not going to improve your life. You're not going to feel better about anything, right? So as I said, we're only trying to get from here to here, and the only thing that's going to do that is work. Now, you may disagree with this. Well, in my experience of life and any goal I've wanted to achieve, work was the only equation that mattered. Smart work, hard work, whatever you want to call that, doesn't matter. The effort, the productivity was the only thing that really mattered. If I wanted to improve my mental health, I needed to meditate more, I needed to do more gratitude journaling, I needed to do more research, read more books, spend more time on things that matter to me, speak to professionals, do things that aren't necessarily work like sitting down typing, but are effort towards my goal. If I wanted to get more money, I say needed to find a job. I needed to work at the job. You get my point. I'm not going to explain this any further, because if you believe there's any other way for you to achieve your goals besides exerting effort towards them, then I'm sure you have some different view to the world to me that I haven't yet unlocked, or one of us is wrong. So, next step. Compounding steps equals compounding happiness. So, focus on the input. This is the sentence that changed my life. Focus on the input. This right here is truly what changed it for me. So, you have goals. So we're just going to use the one of making $10,000 a month. No, it's a very cliche thing you'll see online. Now, if your happiness is linked to, I want to achieve the $10,000 a month, every single day when you're not making $10,000 a month, you are going to be miserable. But as soon as you realize that the only thing you can change and the only thing you can impact in the world is the input, the working every day, the focusing on relationships, the learning, the networking, whatever it may take for you to get to that level of money, this isn't a money-making video, of course, is the only thing you can control. So as soon as you start linking your progress towards the goal with your input, that's when your mindset will shift and you realize, okay, today I may not have ideal mental health, but if today I take off on my to-do list every mental health task I have to do, meditate, gratitude journal, journaling, speak to someone, whatever that may be for you, that's what will make you happy. And that's what happened for me, right? So obviously, we're going to go back to the money example. I want to make 10K, I'm making 1K. Okay, well, initially, I just realized that there's a gap between me and there. But if instead I think, okay, all I need to do is put in 1,000 hours of work, 100 hours of research, whatever that may be, just dump it in, eventually I'll scale this. Focusing on the input is the most important thing, and as soon as your mind shifts to that and realize that all your inputs will yield a reward, that's a state, that's a constant of the universe. if you do things that are mental health practices that will improve your mental health will improve. If you work out daily, today you may not see your improved body. In a year from now, you will see your improved physique. It's a fact. As soon as your mind comprehends this and you truly, truly internalize this as a fact of life, every time you work harder, you will be happier. After this, I will be happy that I recorded a video and published it, and I did some work towards my long-term ambition of making my life, my living costs, for example, from YouTube, something that I find meaningful. So instead of me actually getting the rewards of, oh, I'm making the money I require to live from YouTube, it's instead, oh, I feel really happy because I did the work for it. So already improves your mental health. Additionally, the tree will bear fruit before full maturity. So I don't need to be at 1,000,000 subscribers. When I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'll feel very happy. So wait a second, I'm helping more people than I was before when I had 0 subscribers. I'm really happy. I'm really working towards my goal. When I then get, say, to 10,000, obviously these are like theoretical examples, right? Then I'll be making some money. I may not be making, thousands and thousands, whatever my ambition or vanity will require of me, but I will be making progress, and I'll feel a lot happier at this stage than when I was at 0. But like, wait, I've actually done this. I did this. Sure, I'm not here, but I am here. It's progress. I'll feel happy for that. So you have to remember, focus on the input. Any work you put in will eventually lead you close to your goal. So that will also make you feel proud of yourself and happy, and you'll think, yeah, I worked hard today. I deserve that. It's a fantastic thing for your mental health, realizing, wait a second, I did good today. That's something that a lot of the time you may be lacking, and I know I was lacking, especially when I had like bigger mental health issues, right? And finally, make future you have a good life. So we've just talked about, focus on the input, so how you make today better, how you change your mindset and you realize, okay, my work will eventually lead to the goal, so this part makes me happy because I did the work, so I'm feeling closer to it. But additionally, we have to talk about the long-term effects. This is what I try to do at the end of my videos, really talk about how will this actually impact you in 10 years from now? If you change your mindset and you start thinking, okay, what can I do in terms of input that will make me feel good today, but work towards my goals. So additionally to all these things, which are fantastic, right? Like the only reason why I'm productive and achieving anything, feeling the steps, whatever that may be in, is because of this. But additionally, what about future you? What do you want in 10 years from now? What type of life do you want to live? Do you want to live a life where, for example, you have a fantastic physique, you feel extremely healthy, you wake up energized every day, you have a beautiful partner that really admires you and thinks, is very attracted to you too? Do you want to have an incredibly high, well-paying job and now you don't have any anxiety of money and you can help those around you and other causes? Do you want to have the freedom that you can go traveling at any point? Do you want to have the mental clarity of 10 years of improved mental health practices? Of course you do, right? Obviously, for some of those examples, your inputs, like let's say insert here goal, insert future you version of that, is going to be different. But just think of that example. Make future you have a good life. So I work out today for 2 reasons. So I have worked out today and I'm going to work out more. And here's why. So firstly, I will feel good about myself at the fact that I've worked towards my goal. Tick. Focus on the input, additional happiness. But additionally, I work out because I know me when I am 28 will have a fantastic physique and I will feel very, very happy and proud of myself that I was down here and now I'm up here. And this gap is self-love, because I realized I worked out thousands of times to achieve where I am today, and probably I didn't want to work out any of them. But this shows you how in the future you will live the future, right? Assuming you don't die, which is obviously horrible. If you do reach this stage, so say that's here or here, and you're here today, either you can work really hard and then look back and think, whoa, I did so good, or you can do none of this and think, oh, well, I could have done it. And now you're a lot lower than you were before, and now where's your self-love? You just fallen down. You've degraded in multiple goals and you didn't achieve what you wanted to achieve. And this obviously is not going to make you very happy. If in 20 years from now you wake up and realize, I'm going to a job I don't like and I'm broke because I didn't work hard when I was younger, well, then you're not going to feel happy about yourself, right? You're not going to have self-love. But if in 20 years from now you're extremely wealthy, or as I said before, whatever that goal is for you, then you'll think, I worked so hard and I did all of this, like my younger self did all this for me. And you'll have so much self-love and self-admiration that of course is going to improve your mental health. Of course it's going to give you happiness. So this is why productivity gives happiness, because the input will make you happy today, because you're working towards your goal and you feel proud of yourself. It alleviates some mental health symptoms like some self-esteem issues and stuff like that, and additionally help your motivation, an issue with people that have depression. And it will improve your happiness in the long term as well, because you'll wake up one day and you'll have the benefits that you want. You will be able to reap the rewards of your actions, and you'll feel so good and so loving about yourself and so proud of the work you've done. So I really, really hope this helps, man. I know for me, this topic is so important, and it's truly, truly what has changed my life, because before any of this, right, before I'm focusing on the input and stuff like that, I'd have big goals, but they would seem so distant and so far away. And as soon as I started focusing on the input, I could get into consistent habits and feel really good about that. And additionally, say I've been working out for 4 years now, right? I've put on 55 pounds of muscle compared to what I did at the start, like my starting point to now. And now I feel a lot better about myself today. And I know through none of those periods I really wanted to work out, and I still work out today because I know my 5-year version from me now also wants the same reward that I receive now of like being happy about myself. So I really hope that helps, man. Much love, bro.